Alright, here's the deal. So, what's winding me up today is we got this article here that Google serves up to me that it says why you can't stream Ernest Goes to Camp. And I was like, well, like Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to Camp, if you don't know, is a kind of a vehicle for this guy named Jim Varney. You may remember him if you're my age. He's in a bunch of commercials where he talks to the camera. He's the guy's like, you know what I mean, Vern? Vern is the camera. You never see Vern. He's just kind of a goofy, redneck, harmless, nice guy, everyman kind of dude. And this movie, his first movie, is called Ernest Goes to Camp, is where he is like the head of this summer camp where it's owned by these Native American guys, and this corporate scummy firm wants to come and take over the camp and throw all the people out. So it becomes like the camp versus the corporate scummy guys. And then the camp is like all these marginal kids from who come from like tough backgrounds, kind of misfit kids, and they band together and with Ernest and they fight, and they win the day at the end of the day. They keep their camp. Just spoiler alert there for you, this 40-year-old movie. But anyway, it's a fun story. It's the outsiders, the underdogs versus the corporate power versus the corporate heels. It's a cute movie, right? So why can't I stream it, I wonder? I find out that the head Indian chief in the movie was not an Indian. He's played by a white guy. And that's why Disney Plus, the Disney Corporation owns the rights to the movie, I guess, has made it so you can't stream it because it has red face in it. Red face? Okay, so here's the thing. In Hollywood, I guess now you're not allowed to play a person of a different race, which is fine. There's lots of different actors of all kinds of races. Why not give everybody their chance to be a star? Why paint up a white guy as a different guy? Okay, fine. We've progressed. We don't do that no more. Fine. I'm not arguing. And people want to argue well, what do you want it to be? You want it to be like in Breakfast at Tiffany's with Mickey Rooney, where he's dressed up in this terrible Asian stereotype and total disrespect and all this stuff. It's like, well, yeah, okay. First of all, that was 60 years ago. So find me any movie from 60 years ago that doesn't have at least a few things that are not cool going on in it. That's one thing. But fine, okay. That wasn't cool. But there's lots of other movies that we would lose if we followed this stupid ass rule. Like Scarface, for example. Who doesn't love that? Newsflash for you, Al Pacino is not Cuban. He's Italian. He's a kid of Sicilian parents. And Manny, who is Latino in the movie, is the sidekick. But it's still an incredible performance. I mean, who doesn't love Scarface? What guy doesn't have Scarface on that list of great movies with that and The Godfather, that kind of shit, And, Robert Loggia, also in that movie. F. Murray Abraham, they're not Cuban either. We gonna lose that? How about a movie that most people haven't seen and should see? How about Remo Williams, where Joel Grey plays an Asian guy who he's actually a Jew in real life, but still he played it great. They had the makeup, you bought it. It wasn't like a caricature. But no, we gotta cross that off the list too, Disney Plus. I mean, why is everybody so hoity-toity about these things? I mean, how about Lou Diamond Phillips? Every movie you ever seen him in, he's a Latino, right? He's not. He's Filipino, and he was Richie Valens. I mean, what the fuck? Why is these are movies, they're pretend. They're not real. These are not documentaries we're talking about, okay? Spider-Man is not a documentary about a guy who shoots jizz out of his wrists. It was a movie. Why is reality so tight to it? And again, fine. Going forward, fine. Only hire Chinese people to play Chinese people. Only hire white people to play white people. Or Latino people to play Latino people. Or gay people to play gay people. Which is nuts, because that's the other thing that is now the thing where, you can't pretend to be gay in a movie. That's just like an affront. That's like some insult to a person that you would pretend to be a different person. That's the point of acting. You're pretending to be a different person. So I'm just tired of this woke bullshit where the whole point of it is to the opposite of what happened here in this movie. In this movie, the corporate white assholes get beat by the Native Americans and the black kids and the marginal kids. It's the exact theme the woke people want. The fucking corporate white guys get what's coming to them from the minorities, and they want to take that and not let you see it because a white guy played an Indian guy in it. It's just fucking stupid. You know, I got no problem with being sensitive. I got no problem with, hey, going forward, we're including everybody. It's a big party. We're all invited. Great. Why, you can't fucking retroactive go back and take away all the good shit we did before. Like, who would see this movie? First of all, I want to see it now, though I haven't seen it in 40 years. I'm consumed with a desire to watch it again now that I'm told I can't. But is there going to be some rush of letters that comes in about this? Oh my God, did you see what happened in this movie from the 80s? Holy shit, you just cross off pretty much half the 80s if we're going to hold standards like that. Anyway, that is my lowbrow, angry reaction to that. But what you should take away from it, I think, is remember, movies and books and games, media, they call it. That's the hip thing to say of, anything that you are entertained by. Media isn't just for right now we're entertained by this media we're watching. Media is part of our culture. Media captures what's going on in the world around you right now, and then you can look back at it from any point in the future and learn things from that. So even if we're all united in saying, oh my God, no one should ever play someone of another race, isn't it important that we don't erase that used to happen, that we still have it, and be like, hey, look at this. Even though it's not cool now, this is what happened. That's the metatextual thing of it. The other thing is just fucking woke bullshit. Just fucking calm down. There's we're doing what, 6 fucking different wars around the world right now? Isn't there? There's so many things to be pissed about. The world is fucking cooking right now. Fucking, it was 70 degrees. It was goddamn November last week. The climate is so fucked up and no one's doing anything about it. But they're going fucking, oh, we got it. Don't worry. We got the bad 80s movie that the Native American guys might have been offended by. If anybody gave a fuck, they didn't notice. Anyway, that's yelling in the void today.